Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, moneymakers. Holy smokus, it ain't no jokis. The crypto market sold off as soon as the futures opened. The crypto market started to tank, but when we zoom out a little bit, it's not that bad. I'm going to give you all the latest and the greatest news, what's happening, Greenland, Trump, Coinbase, yes, no, clarity, all you need to know for this amazing week. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button. We haven't hit 1,000 likes in a few videos. Now is the time. I think we can do it. I have faith in you. Listen, all you got to do is you take your phone, right? This is the tutorial, and you go boop. That's all you got to do. So as soon as futures open up, if you saw the video last night, we talked about this, right? And we were talking how there's no straight correlation between futures and the crypto market, meaning there's no possibility for someone to sell something in the futures that would push crypto down. But as soon as the futures open and they open down red, the whole crypto market started selling off. Why? Because crypto was the only thing that was really open at that time. So the fear started to accumulate, and where do you go? What you can sell, right? What you can trade. And so we saw a big movement off of the crypto market. As you can see here, right as futures opened up, we saw the prices starting to drop. And initially, it wasn't that big of a drop right here for XRP. Initially, XRP dropped here about 1% in 4 minutes. Listen, it's not the end of the world, right? This is when the futures opened up, and it started going down, and liquidation started hitting. Every single candle you see like this is another liquidation, a liquidation, right? And we ended up having a situation here where around 2, right? So 2 a.m. my time is GMT time 0. Meaning that's when the new weekly candle is created. As soon as that hit, we saw this big sell-off here, and it was, again, it was a 7.5% movement in 3 minutes. So this is where there was big liquidation, but it did recover off of that. So off of that low point, as you can see, right, off of that low point that we saw at 184, XRP is up 6.36%. in the last 8 hours. So there was a very short period of time of 1 hour, right? This is 1 hour where XRP dropped 10.6%, but since then has recovered 6% off of that, right? And so if we go and we take the whole shebang, XRP is down 4.8% in the last 9 hours. So in total, it's not that terrible of a sell-off. We've seen sell-offs that were much more terrible than this. This is on the fear of the whole Greenland situation, which we'll get to in just a second. I wanted to start out with the price action here for XRP and for the crypto market, because I know that that's probably what's more concerning to most viewers that are watching right now. Bad news, right? Even with all of the sell-off, and by the way, Bitcoin, similar thing, although it didn't have the extreme sell off in those 3 minutes that XRP had. It was only around 2%, right? And Ethereum also didn't have that extreme sell off. Solana did. So it was interesting. So it's about 5% in those 3 minutes. XRP dropped about 7% in those 3 minutes. I'm just interested, how much did someone like Pepe, which had been on a massive run over the past few weeks, how much did it drop? So it dropped also about almost 11.5% in those 3 minutes. So the assets that have gone up a little bit more, aka XRP and Solana, took a little bit more of a hit on those 3 minutes. A little bit of dumping, a little bit of selling, a little bit of liquidations. We can see here over the last 12 hours. Right, Solana almost 60 million, 58.8 million, and XRP 40 million on the long got shorted. These are big numbers for Solana and XRP on liquidations. Of course, Bitcoin 222 and Ethereum 111, but they're always, for the most part, if you go 12 hours, they're the top dogs, right? So XRP and Solana got liquidated a little bit more. again, they were up more, so there was more leverage to the upside. And once it started pulling back, we saw that unravel a little bit more. If we go, XRP still up 6%, 6.5% year to date. Bitcoin 5.87. So again, water is leveling up. Ethereum 7.7 and Solana 7 as well. So you can see, you remember Solana was up more than XRP, more than Ethereum, more than Bitcoin, and water has leveled out a little bit again, also with Solana. This is very, very interesting what's happening here. They're all kind of leveling out at the same percentages over the year. Is this manipulation? Well, you can decide on yourself. It smells like it, it tastes like it. You decide, right? It's exactly on the hours, exactly. Futures open, new candle, right? And these things are happening exactly on those hours. It seems some sort of algo that is been told to do these things at these hours, or it's just someone that's sitting and pushing exactly sells at this exact time. But that's you don't need to have an actual person doing this anymore. So it is what it is. Again, we can take advantage of these situations. I still have my positions open up on BYDFI here. You can see they're still both in the green, although the XRP1 took a little bit of a hit here, up only 12%, but still in the green. Again, these are low leverage positions, so they're very unlikely to get liquidated. Bitcoin at 30,000, XRP at 0.96. I'm not saying that that can happen, but even with the fluctuation, it's not going to happen because it's a little bit lower leverage. If you are interested, we do have that big promotion that's happening now with BYDFI, where you can get up to $10,000 worth of XRP. Again, this is an affiliate link. So if you sign up using my link, I will get a commission. But the more you trade, the more you potentially earn here. With the max is 10,000. You can sign up using my link. And you can sign up here. You go through my website to BYDFI. Again, this is an affiliate link. So if you are interested, link is in the description down below through my website. And again, I will get a commission. So thank you for that. It helps support the channel if you do trade with my links and not someone else's links. Okay, very, very important. So you can see if we're just looking at the daily candle here, for the most part, it's it's a very actually bullish candle because it's recovered all of the loss there, and it will be interesting. We're at the bottom of the stochastic RSI on XRP, and so we'll see how. Today, it's Martin Luther King Day, so there's no trading on the stock market. We'll see how the crypto market continues to react. Again, outside of that one specific hour, it hasn't been that terrible, right? So I know that I was sleeping. I slept through all of this. I know maybe you were watching this and it kind of freaked you out, or because we have, PTSD from October 10th. It's kind of similar, right? In the sense that, the October 10th happened Friday after the markets were closed. And, I went to sleep, if you remember, and everything I was in Thailand at the time, and everything, just started unraveling then. And so, it will be very interesting to see how this plays out this week. If you go, you can see it says Justin, EU prepares up to 100 billion in tariffs and market restrictions on US companies in retaliation to the Greenland threats. And we're seeing President Trump says NATO has been telling Denmark to get the Russian threat away from Greenland. Now it's time, and it will be done, Trump says. So the headbutting here is continuing. And again, futures post the new 10 Greenland tariffs. Gold is up 1%, silver up 4%, VIX is up 3%. So not that bad actually for the VIX, and the NASDAQ is down almost 1%. Markets are closed tomorrow, but futures are initially showing they aren't the happiest about tariffs, but obviously things can change very quickly with Trump. The EU is also reportedly planning to target the US with 100 billion of new tariffs in response to 10% Greenland tariffs. What's most likely is going to happen, by the way, silver is already at 93 already. Wow, right? It continues. The most likely scenario is all this gets brushed out in a few days, maybe weeks, and we forget that this even happened and we had this sell-off. But this is part of the Trump experience. Okay, so we're gonna have the good, the bad, and the ugly in the markets, in the crypto market, in moreover, and we have to be dynamic. I said this last night, although the video didn't get much traction. Um, we have to learn from these things and we have to be ready for these types of scenarios. And as always, again, these videos for educational, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. Also, remember that I will never contact you on social media asking you to sign up to anything or send me anything. Those are imposters. Those are scammers. It's not me. Okay. They're using my image and my likeness. It's not me. Please be very careful out there. Okay. Breaking, top Republicans have warned Trump that if he invades Greenland, it would be the end of his presidency. Interesting. House Democrats only need 5 more votes to impeach Trump before March 31st. So again, this whole situation, it seems, Greenland, right? But this could have cascading effects. So it's a very, very important story. And some are already claiming, right? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Some are already claiming that crypto's Trump moment is over, right? So, we had the Trump moment in November, December, January of 2024 into 2025, and there was a lot of hoopla. And then in June, July, we had another run up, and Bitcoin went to 120,000, and Ethereum went back to 4,800, almost 5,000, right? Solana was all the way up to 230. And people are claiming now that even with all the good things that are happening from the Trump administration and potentially the Clarity Act, which we'll get to in just a second, that the market has lost the pizzazz. Amikona's Yatsu says crypto's political hype phase is fading. The next chapter, he believes, will be driven by real users, solid infrastructure, and regulation, not personalities. I hope, because I'm not a big fan of the personalities writing crypto. It was in 2021, 2022, even 2020. It was a lot of Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk would tweet something, or he'd do something, or he'd say something, and the crypto market would go bananas or sell off. And then it became Trump, and even before, like in Trump's previous presidency, he would do a lot of things that would affect the markets. But I don't think the crypto market was that inclined. Although I must tell you that back then, I wasn't of course, because I wasn't doing YouTube then, but I wasn't looking at the charts, the crypto charts, the same way I am now. I was in the stock market heavily. I was invested in crypto, but not like I am now 24/7. So it's kind of hard for me to gauge what was in the previous presidency. I was more in the stock market back then. But it will be very interesting to see how this, phase plays out. And if we look at the bond markets, which is kind of the canary in the coal mine, bond markets are frozen. The 30-day trading range for the 10-year note yield is down to 8 basis points, the tightest since 1972. This metric has declined 100 points since April of 2025, when the 10-year note yield posted its largest 3-day increase since 1982. By comparison, the 2008 financial crisis peak was 175 basis points. At the same time, the 30-day range for the 30-year Treasury yield is down to 9 basis points, an all-time low. 30-day volatility for long-term bond yields has dropped 80 basis points since April. The bond market is ripe for a big move, okay? And that is going to be very interesting to see, what happens here and how this can, affect the crypto market, right? And so we'll have to continue to watch out for the bond market and see what kind of effects happen there. And we continue the story of Coinbase, the Clarity Act. Coinbase says Bitcoin and crypto infrastructure bill could pass within a month, right? So it seems that Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, is optimistic. He wants to get the Clarity Act through, but under certain stipulations. We'll see how dynamic, how open the two sides will be on the Clarity Act, how much the banks will push, right? We know that their lobby is strong, but the crypto lobby is becoming strong as well, right? Of course, the banks have more money, but it will be very interesting to see how this whole story ends up playing out. Now, I know, again, we're red on the day, but with our crypto experience, it's not that terrible of a day. We've experienced October 10th. As someone that has experienced all kinds of emergencies and tragedies and things, you kind of start prioritizing the tragedies, right? So you know, not all tragedies are created equal, or not all emergencies are created equal. And so you start kind of brushing off a lot of the things, and a lot of the situations. And that's what happens again when you have. When you're an experienced trader, you've experienced a lot of ups and downs. You've experienced a lot of black swan events, and you can gauge what is a big one and what is a small one, what you need to be concerned about and what you don't need to be concerned about. So far, I'm not really concerned about the sell off. It's a little bit more of a liquidation cascading thing, on news that was already out for about a day and a half, 2 days, and the crypto market really didn't react to it. I think it's just something more mechanical, something more just, you could call it whatever you want, the M word. But it will be very interesting. The M, like uh, Marty, right? And it will be very interesting to see, where the markets go here on Monday. Again, with no trading in the stock market, Martin Luther King Day. Where do we go? Just price action. Because yes, it's a national holiday in the U.S., but I think many people are still working, and so maybe many people are still trading. It will be very interesting to see how this day plays out. As always, check out the links in the description down below. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment, 8 for infinity and beyond. And the easiest thing to do is to just smash that like button to support the channel. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.